The Little Mermaid, a classic Disney princess movie. You know, even as a little girl watching The Little Mermaid, there were elements about it that bothered me, that seemed off-kilter to me. And till this day, I somewhat hold the position that The Little Mermaid as a movie is not the best influence for young girls. Part of that world. Okay. Obviously, I do love The Little Mermaid as a movie. It's, like I said, a Disney princess classic. Great music, lots of fun. I mean, how do you not love it? Certainly not in my top 5, but that's just because there are other Disney princess movies that I like even more. Now, I have touched on the subject of this movie's morality a couple of times in past videos. I do want to emphasize, however, that these opinions, while at their core, at their base, they are, legit opinions that I have about this movie. They are minuscule or not gonna actually keep me from watching the movie. They're not something that is gonna make me go, oh, I'll never let my future children watch this movie. It was just an interpretation I took as a child that still bothers me, like I said, to this day. This video is meant to be a gross exaggeration and somewhat humorous, if you will. Because heaven knows that you can't make a silly joke on the internet without people getting offended by it. You always have to put a disclaimer. So what makes me think that The Little Mermaid is a bad influence? Well, it all comes down to one specific character. Our protagonist, our princess, Ariel. And it's actually just 2 things, but they're pretty big things. The first is how she talks and acts toward her father. She's extremely disobedient, extremely defiant, and just flat out a brat. Now, I know people tend to praise her and put her on a pedestal as being, a rebel with a cause. She's standing up for herself and what she wants to do. Whereas when I was a girl, I looked at her and I was just like, no, she's just being a brat and doesn't want to do what her father tells her. Like, she's what, 15, 16? I don't know how it works in the sea, but if she becomes an adult when she's 18, then she can start making those decisions. She doesn't need to be doing any of the stuff she's doing right now. Just listen to your father. It's not like he's doing anything absolutely horrible. Yes, he's a little overprotective, but you can understand where he's coming from since, he lost his wife, the mother of his daughters. Not saying that justifies someone being overly protective, but he's not doing anything wrong. So therefore, Ariel needs to just get over her teenage self and obey him. Okay? Like, chill out. You're 16, you're probably just having a lot of teenage hormones, if that's a thing when you're a mermaid, I don't know the science of it, and get over yourself. So ultimately, Ariel is a brat. Having big dreams is not the problem, it's how she deals with it. I certainly always had big dreams, still do. I'm very much an imaginative young lady. My brain just goes everywhere. But any decent child is not going to stoop to the lengths that Ariel has gone to get what she wants. Again, she is a brat. My gosh, I love this mug. And I love this tea. Green tea. I'm sure plenty of people will have so many caveats but it's because of this and she was doing this and la 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 la. Nothing justifies being a disobedient, defiant brat. Okay? That's bottom line. Nothing justifies it. Get over yourself, Ariel. Now this all leads me to the second major issue I have with Princess Ariel. This is the why she was disobedient and defiant. For a guy she didn't even know. Except for the last few installments, this is pretty much par for the course. Princess falls in love with someone she just met. That's just usually what happens. However, this one is a little bit different because she literally changes who she is. She is a mermaid and she decides to completely change her biology, change who she is, in the hopes that she can get this guy she's never even met. Now, nothing seems wrong with Prince Eric. I mean, he's kind to her, but I would be concerned for this girl's mental health. If I was a dude and I met this girl, she doesn't talk, she brushes her hair with a fork, they'd be putting her in a mental institution, okay? Now, take that last little bit with a grain of salt. I mean, honestly, it's a Disney movie. I get it. It's Disney. But again, this was stuff that I thought about when I was just a little girl watching this movie. I remember being like 6 or 7 years old, rewatching this movie because I probably watched it when I was 4 or 5, I don't know, and being like, why would she change who she is? Like, I get that she wants to have like feet and walk on the land, but like, it almost seems like she's doing it for this guy. She always wanted it, but a guy made it even stronger. I mean, what? This is teenage hormones going out of control. A brat with strong teenage hormones going out of control to do whatever she can to get what she wants. There's this like long picture meme of Disney princesses if they had like had their moms, the ones that don't have their moms. And for Ariel, it's, you know, her mom being like, it's just a phase, she'll grow out of it. You know, that's probably what would happen. Be like, she's got teenage hormones, it's a phase, she'll grow out of it. But no! And this is where, you know, the dad being a little bit overbearing probably doesn't help, because it kind of pushes her to do more, you know, be more defiant. Doesn't justify her being defiant, but you know. So yeah, she changes who she is for a guy. Great message to send young girls. In other words, The Little Mermaid is a very bad influence of a movie. You should never, ever show it to your children. Obviously, I'm kidding. Okay, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm obviously somewhat joking. I don't think you need to not give it to your children. Don't ever show it to your children, right? This was just something that when I was little and even now, I've always noticed, like, yeah, Ariel just comes across like a brat who changes who she is for a guy. That's how I've always pictured her. We'll still watch the movie, we'll still listen to the music, we'll still show it to my future children. Nothing wrong with it. But it would be something that I would mention to my children if they started acting like her, being like, now what should have happened is A, B, and C. I will be that philosophically, extremely ethical, moral, instilling type parent. It'll probably be really annoying. Like I said, I'm exaggerating when I say that you shouldn't show this to your children. This is just my take on it. Ever since I was little, I've always pictured her as a brat who changed who she is for a guy. And I never liked that. I still enjoy the movie. I still, you know, enjoy the music and everything. But there is a part of me that thinks it does, or it can, come across as a bad influence. Now, my friends that love The Little Mermaid, I know that they get the good message out of it. They see a young woman fighting for her goals. Now, how she fights for them, I think is wrong. But the idea of fighting for your goals is good. I just thought it would be interesting to show a different perspective, put her in a different light. There's a reason she's not in my top 5 princesses. Well, while you're here, be sure to stay through the end slate so you can see a playlist of my other Disney videos and other videos that I do in general. I talk about Zelda, I talk about Disney, I talk about Harry Potter. It's a good time. I have reaction videos where I like cry or get really excited over everything because I'm an emotional person and I feel things strongly. If you enjoyed this, I guess like it, subscribe. I do live streams too. I play games. I'm bad at them. It's hilarious. That is all for today. Thanks for watching. And of course, thank you so much to my patrons like Justin, Greg, and Andrew. Y'all's support is very much appreciated. And if anyone else would like to get in on the special stuff that I offer my patrons, just go to patreon.com/thegeekapprentice. The link is in the description below.